Good morning, students. I am Santan, working as a physics teacher in Target English Medium School. In this today Part-6 video in the chapter of heat, we are discussing about how the amount of heat energy absorbed by a body is nothing but Q value is depend on the which type of factors. The amount of heat energy is absorbed by a body when we are heating. It is mainly depend upon the three factors. One is nature of the material or substance, and second one mass of the substance, and third one change or rise in temperature. Now we discuss in this time one by one how the Q value is depend on the nature of the material and vice versa. Okay, now first one in this time we discuss that. Okay, how Q is depend upon the nature of the material. Q is nothing but the amount of heat energy absorbed by a body or liberated by a body. That is the meaning of Q. Now in this one, first of all we can take the two vessels A and B. These two vessels are filled with same volume or quantity of different liquids. For example, here A vessel is filled with 1 liter of water, and in the B vessel we have taken 1 liter of any vegetable oil. That's why here we are observing that 1 liter. Here is also 1 liter, means quantity or volume is the same. But what is different here? Nature. Nature is nothing but here first vessel. In the first vessel we have taken water. In the second vessel we have taken the oil. So water usually is different and oil utilities is also different. That's why the nature of water and oil is not same. They are differ quite. So due to that one here we can consider the nature of the material. Now after that one, now we can take a thermometer. Already we know that thermometer is a device. It is used to measure the temperature of a body in degrees, either that is Kelvin or Fahrenheit or Celsius. Here we are taking the Celsius thermometer. Just we are assuming that. Now the thermometer is placed in a vessel and noted its initial temperature. For example, the initial temperature of the water in the A vessel, that is I can say T1 degree Celsius. That is nothing but, just for understanding of you, I will be consider 20 degrees Celsius. Next, the thermometer we place into the vegetable oil and also measured its initial temperature T1 degree Celsius. That is nothing but here we are considered the 15 degrees Celsius at room temperature. Okay, so now this is the initial values in this one. After that, what we can do? Now the two vessels along with the thermometer we placed over the flame. Okay, but in this one, you must be supply the heat energy for the A and B vessel with equal value. Means how equal value? Means simply. So in a gas stove, we are observing that the burners are there. Okay, mostly in the 2, 3 or 4 burners gas stove, we are observing that the burning of the energies of 2 or 3 are same is there. Is nothing but here you can observe the burners. Two burners are having the same capacity of giving the heat energy. That type of burners we are selected, and now in the burners also we know that medium, high and low flame is there. Now initially you can put at the low flame, and the two vessels are kept under the same capacity of the gas burners. So why same capacity of the gas burners means, in this one the two vessels we are heated up to the same time. Up to the same time means here why we are considering means here mainly three factors we are considered as a constant. Which one? Supplied heat energy Q is constant, time is also constant, and mass or quantity, these three are constant. That's why the supplied heat energy for the A vessel and B vessel you must be keep the constant. Due to that one we selected the same capacity of the gas burners which is giving the same energy. That is the meaning of that one. Now come to that one. After keeping onto the over the gas flame and gently heated by keeping at the lower flame. Okay. So we are heated the A and B vessels or pans up to 5 minutes. Okay. What is the time here? We can say that 5 minutes means A vessel is heated up to 5 minutes. B vessel is also heated up to 5 minutes. And what is the mass of the water? 1 liter. And what is the mass of the oil? 1 liter. That is also constant. Now both are keep onto the same flame. That's why Q is also constant up to the 5 minutes. Then after the 5 minutes, the two vessels are remained over from the flame and measure the temperature with the help of the thermometer. Okay, that is gives the final temperature. After this activity, what you are observing that one means when we place the thermometer in the A vessel, so it is showing, for example, maybe 30 degrees Celsius. Just we can say that. Okay, so in the oil we are observing 32 degrees Celsius. It is showing the 40 degrees Celsius. Okay, so what you are understanding that practically in this activity, what is the initial temperature? Initial is nothing but before starting the experiment or before heating. So before heating, what is the temperature of the water? 20 degrees Celsius. And after we are heated the 5 minutes, what is the final temperature? 30 degrees. What is the difference in that temperature? 10 degrees Celsius. Means okay, particular amount of heat energy we are supplied to this one up to the 5 minutes. Its temperature is increases to how much one? 10 degrees Celsius when compared to initial one. Now come to in the vegetable oil. What is the initial temperature? 15 degrees Celsius. And what is the final temperature? 40 degrees Celsius. What is the difference between T2 and T1? So that's why T2 minus T1 is equals to 40 minus 15. That is nothing but 25 degrees. 25 degrees Celsius. So what is the means? Okay. After the 5 minutes, by supplying of the same heat energy for the water and oil, okay, the temperature of the water is increases to only 10 degrees Celsius when compared to initial. But in case of oil, it reaches to the which one? 25 degrees Celsius. Means what you are understanding here means the absorbed heat energy means the heat energy is absorbed very highly by the which one? Oil and compared to the water. What is the main reason? To understanding that reason, okay, so I will be explained later in this video about specific heat. Okay, so the specific heat capacity or specific heat concept is given one idea, that is the degree of reluctancy. What is the degree of reluctancy? Is nothing but a certain degree of unwillingness to absorb the heat energy by a body, that is called degree of reluctancy. Listen very carefully, it is important for one mark. Degree of reluctancy. So degree of reluctancy. What is the degree of reluctancy? Is nothing but, once again listen, okay, a certain degree of unwillingness to absorb the heat energy by a body. Means when you can start the heating, okay, every body will start to absorb the heat energy. But what will happen? Some of the bodies will be not taken the heat energy very fast because of that is depend upon their specific heat. Simply I am telling to that in this time. Okay, the specific heat capacity is more, degree of reluctancy is also more. The specific heat capacity is less, degree of reluctancy is also less. And in the nature we know that, okay, the specific heat capacity of water is very high than the other. Among these two, okay, the specific heat of water is 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius in CJ system, and the specific heat of the oil is 0.418 calorie per gram degree Celsius. Now here we are observing that the water has higher specific heat than the oil in this activity. And what I say is that if specific heat is more, degree of reluctancy is also more. Due to that one, when you can heat the water will be unwillingness to absorb heat energy very fastly. Due to that one, its temperature is rises very little bit when compared to the which one? Oil. But in case of oil, the oil specific heat is lesser than the water. That's why it is nothing but specific heat is less, degree of reluctancy is also less. Due to that one, what will happen? It is absorbed the more heat energy. When it is absorbed the more heat energy, due to that reason, its temperature is quickly reaches to the certain higher value when compared to the water. So once again, I will explain this concept. Listen very carefully and keep in your mind. So what is our topic? How the amount of heat energy absorbed by a body is depend on the nature of the material. So nature of the material means we didn't take in the same nature of the substance. We can take the different nature of the substance. That's why in this activity I will be taken water and oil. Their nature is different. That is, you know that very well. So first of all, you can take the two pans or vessels. A and B. A vessel is filled with 1 liter of water, and in the B vessel we are taken 1 liter of vegetable oil. That's why. So it is represented initially 1 liter water, 1 liter oil is nothing but the quantity or volume of the nature of the material. The volume of the material is same in the A and B with different in the nature. Now after that one, we can take a thermometer. Thermometer is placed in the A vessel and noted its initial temperature. For understanding of you, I will be consider 20 degrees Celsius. Like the same way, so the thermometer placed into the B vessel and noted its initial temperature, that is why I consider 15 degrees Celsius. Not only this particular values, we can consider the any values, that is as you wish only. Now after that, so the two vessels are keep over the gas stove and gently heated by keeping at lower mode. So now the two vessels were heated up to how many minutes? 5 minutes. That's why here the time of heat energy given to the A and B is also constant. That is the 5 minutes. So at the same time I said that the A vessel and B vessel both are must be placed same capacity of the two gas burners, because of the supplied heat energy is also we are considered as a constant. At that time only we can prove it, this concept. That's why. So the supplied heat energy in this 5 minutes for the A vessel and the B vessel is also same. So now here once again listen. Which are we are taking the constant? Supplied heat energy to the A and B vessel is constant. Time is also constant, and the taking mass or quantity or amount is also constant. Then after the 5 minutes, remove the two vessels over from the flame and measure their final temperature. And the final temperature of the water, just we are observing that 30 degrees Celsius and oil is 40 degrees Celsius. But here now we can how much temperature is changes means in case of water 10 degrees Celsius of temperature is changes when compared to initial after the 5 minutes. In case of oil, so its temperature is changes to 25 degrees Celsius. But why? So both are heated up to the same time, and for both of them, for both of the vessel, we can give the same heat energy. But the rise in temperature or change in temperature or difference in temperature is differ for the water and the oil. What is the reason? That's why to understanding of the reason, so I will be slightly tell that specific heat concept. That concept we discuss after this one very clearly. So the specific heat capacity is given a new idea to understanding the heat energy is absorbed by a body. That concept name is called degree of reluctancy. Okay, what is the degree of reluctancy? Reluctancy is nothing but simply unwillingness or opposite nature. That is the meaning of that one. So how to define means a certain degree of unwillingness to absorb the heat energy or to release the heat energy. That is simply we are called degree of reluctancy. Is nothing but how we can understand some more means if we can heat at any object, that object is first what will happen, it start to absorb the heat energy, but during the stop the absorb the heat energy, the object or substances by itself it will be oppose some force on the heat energy, means it is not easily try to absorb the heat energy by the molecules. That is called degree of reluctancy. But here, okay, so in this one, what we can understanding that here the degree of reluctancy is more for water and less for the oil. That's why due to the more degree of reluctancy, the water will be absorb the lesser heat energy within the 5 minutes. That's why its temperature is changes only 10 degrees Celsius. But the degree of reluctancy is less for the oil. That's why temperature is it is quickly absorb the heat energy. Due to that one, its temperature is rise very high when compared to the water. And also we can give the idea the specific heat of the water is 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius, and the specific heat of the oil is 0.418 calorie per gram degree Celsius. That's why from this two one also we are understanding that specific heat is more, degree of reluctancy is also more, specific heat is less, degree of reluctancy is also less. That's why what we are understanding finally from this activity means, okay, the amount of heat energy is absorbed by a body is depend upon the nature of the material. Means is nothing but every material or every substances will be not absorb the same amount of heat energy. It is depend upon their nature only.